Alright, the next one we're reviewing is Beastly. Now picture this, if you will. Vanessa Hudgens. She is adorable. She has quite the standout personality, naturally in my opinion. She has a great screen presence, even if it is in a film like High School Musical. I don't think she's given really the opportunities that Zac Efron has had to really stand out in terms of how she is as an actress. And in my opinion, Beastly is probably her first major chance, but she does have Sucker Punch coming out very soon, and hopefully that'll do better for her than this one. Now, again, in this film, you picture, if you will, the world of Twilight. We just went over this with I Am Number 4, and to me, it's just getting redundant. It's even more redundant than the cliche chick flicks that I constantly pan on this show. And now, in this film, she plays a nice, seemingly good-natured person who of course comes across this narcissistic, egotistical jerk who runs wild on a campus. But of course, a curse is placed on him by one of the Olsen twins. Oh, everybody's nightmare coming true. And now he seems... Now we got to see the inner beauty within. Plot sound familiar? Beauty and the Beast. Now but the thing that's interesting about this one is that she has no idea who he is or was at first. Now, I gotta say too, this movie just is one giant predicament. It just seems as though everything in its path is a predicament. Everything. I mean, even it's just like they made a movie full of predicaments, but without really giving the predicament substance. And I mean, the lead character in this film is played by Alex Pettyfer, and again, he is what he is. He's another typical good-looking teen actor who really doesn't lend anything. And I'll be honest with you, at times in this film, makes Robert Pattinson look like Robert Downey Jr. And I can understand the concept of, trying to see inner beauty within somebody. I think that it is a thing that is overlooked. As, someone who is not found to be overly physically attractive to many, it is something that hits home, but at the same time, it's being dictated to us by people who, that should be the worst of their problems. The worst of their problems is the fact that they're morons. I mean, it's like this whole film just seems to be really condescending in the message it's trying to send. Not in a good way, where the Beauty and the Beast did, or even I'm not just talking about the Disney film Beauty and the Beast, I'm talking about the TV show from the 80s with Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton. In a way, it just seems to me that this could have been accomplished with a more down-to-earth feel. This is just head in the clouds typical teenage drama that we can get on the CW network. Again, I'm really, really getting sick of all of these type of films trying to tell us, trying to send a good message while really not really caring about the message it's sending. It's like the makers of this film decided, okay, well, let's send the message of inner beauty to everybody, but not really care about the actual aspects of it. That is what this film is doing. I can't fault Hudgens here. She does well enough. She's not an amazing performance, but with what she's given, she really does well. And I gotta say, I have bright hopes for her future. I hope she does well because, again, she's a nice presence on camera. She was really quite natural at it. But seriously, I think that this is like a more, I guess you say, at least with Twilight was never, despite how bad some of the films have been, was never trying to be overly condescending about certain things. But in this film, is. And I can't stress enough that when you make a point in a film about a certain personality trait or who we are as people, you really have to go to the core. You really have to dig down deep. But at the same time, though, sometimes less is more. Why does everything have to be an overly pretentious message? That is what I hate about these films, and I will never, ever respect films like this. But before I finish my review, I will give credit to Neil Patrick Harris here, who actually pops up with probably the only really significant good thing about this film. And they made a movie about his character. I think it really could have been something. I would love to see him in a starring role somewhere down the line. But regardless, this is just another film that's just playing off those string. This movie is playing teenagers like a fiddle, and the music is sounding great. Except the movie is not. And I give Beastly 1 star out of 5.